Okay. So, okay, guys. So in this session, you will be learning how to use pandas, and this pandas is used for data analysis, right? And you can think of pandas as an extremely powerful version of Excel with a lot more features. Like in this section, you will be talking about pandas, series, data frames, missing values, and some sort of functions of the pandas. All right. So likewise, we have data types in pandas. I mean, data types in Python. Pandas also have data types. Those are series and data frames. Why we are working on this library is this is purely used for data analysis. Data analysis is nothing but analyzing the trends and patterns of the data. So in the introduction class, I told you that there will be two kinds of analysis. One is visualizations and one is statistical analysis, right? So this statistical analysis can be done with the help of pandas library. All right. So that's what we're gonna see today. And whatever the data sets that we take or we work on in machine learning or deep learning, those will be in the form of data frames. So to work with those data sets, first of all, you should know a basic idea on how to use pandas. Pandas is nothing but Python data visualization package. Python data visualization package. So let's get started how to use the functions of pandas for a data frame. All right. So I'm opening my Jupyter notebook. I'm creating a new Python notebook. So as I already told, this pandas has two data types. One is series as well as data frame. So the first main data type we'll learn about from the pandas is series now. To work with pandas, first of all, you have to import the libraries. Likewise, we did for NumPy. All right. So here we will be importing pandas library. So you can directly import the libraries. Import pandas as PD. Right. Now, what is the series? A series is a kind of data type which is similar to a NumPy array, and it is purely built on top of NumPy itself. But the main difference between NumPy array from the series is that series can have access labels, meaning it can be indexed by a label instead of just a number location. All right, guys. So in one array in and series is one dimensional itself. So in one dimensional array, we make use of index numbers, right? Like if suppose we have 4 numbers in an array, and if you want to grab the 4th number, you take it as array of 3 or something else, right? So instead of that 3 number, you can just add a label to it. So it's just like array itself, but that doesn't come under NumPy data type. So let's see how to create this series data type. First, I'm creating a list. Then 20, 30. 10, 20, and 30. Now, I would like to make this as a series data type. So likewise, we have a function called np.array of some list or so, which converts into array. This also has a function called series. Function Guys, just 2 minutes. I'll be back. Just 2 minutes. But here, whenever you are converting a list into series, you are having some sort of indexing, default indexing, which is given to the elements in the list. So if whenever you do that with an array, if suppose it is an array, if you just compare NumPy array and series, it is looking like a one-dimensional array, but it has default indexing towards it. Have you seen this? But here we don't have it. All right. So now what I'm doing, I'm just giving a variable name to it. I'm just giving a variable name to it. All right. And now if suppose you see SER, a series data type is formed. Now, can you consider this as a column in one of the Excel sheet? A column in one of the Excel sheet. For example, I have attendance column. So this could be the student name, the indexing could be the student name, and this could be whether he is present for how many days or so. Yes, can you consider this as an Excel column? Can we? Of course, yes. So likewise, we implement different kinds of mathematical operations and visualizations and statistical formulas for Excel sheet. With the help of pandas, you can put those things into a data frame. All right. Basically, this is a series. As it is having only one row, as it is having only one column, mostly series are not preferred for the Excel which is having more than one column. So whatever the data sets that we take for the what we say, whatever the yeah, take for the machine learning or deep learning algorithms, it will have number of columns. So that's the reason we go for panda, we go for data frame, but not panda, but not, I mean, pandas data frame, but not series. So let's see how do. So as series is just one dimensional, mostly we will be not using series data type for doing some kind of mathematical, I mean doing some kind of analysis on data of multi dimensions, that means 2 dimensions. So we go for data frame. But let's see how to grab all these things and all right. So I would like to give my own labels to the values. So at that time, what I do is I'll just give labels is equal to, let's give the marks of, let's give the student's name. Okay, Pradipti, Nikhil, Divya. All right, let's see, these three are the students and these are the marks. Marks of the students. Now I would like to create a series data type with indexes as the names of the students. So how do I do? SER is equal to PD dot series of index is equal to labels, comma, data is equal to marks. Just execute this and see the series. So our own index got appended to this series data type. Right. Now, how can I grab the series? Values of series. So I want to grab value marks of Divya. So directly how can I give is SER of DIV. So it says 30. Now if suppose you wanna grab one or two values at a time, at that time what you can do is DIV, comma, NIK. If you just see both the values, okay. For suppose if you want to grab it with index numbers, you can also grab with the index numbers as well as the index labels, So this is how you will be working with a series, but most of us will not use series all the time. If suppose you have a data set which has only two columns, one is like having having some sort of names and the column values associated to those names, then you can use series. For suppose experience and salary, such kind of data sets you can use series data type, but not pandas, but not data frame. So let's see how do we construct a data frame. And I forgot to tell you, so you can create a series data type with a list, with a tuple, with a dictionary also. Let's see how do you create a data set with dictionary. So let's suppose this is a dictionary is equal to A 10, comma, B 20, comma, C 30. So now what happens is A, B, C becomes labels to the series data type, and 10, 20, 30 becomes the values. So you can directly put PD dot series of dict. Just execute this. So you have created a series data type with the dictionary as well. So you can also use tuple, anything. Yeah. So Krishnavamsi, if suppose if you want to grab more columns, if you want to grab more columns, if you don't give in this way, it gives an error. Key error dvk comma nik. That means the interpreter is thinking that everything is the same label. So in order to grab two or more columns, you have to give that in a array. You have to give that in a list or an array. All right, Krishnavamsi. for grabbing more than 2 columns. Okay, so this is what series data type is. Now if you just want to see what is the type of it, you can type type of SER. It will say it is a series data type. pandas.core.series. So this is the series data type. Now let's see how do we work with data frames. And data frames are the workhorse of pandas and are directly inspired by the R programming language. So you can think of this data frame as a bunch of series objects put together to share the same index. So bunch of all the series objects to share the same index. So like that you can say that an Excel sheet consisting of one column with different, with different rows and different columns. So let's see how do we create a data frame. So for that what I am doing is I am taking a list. So here we have to create multiple columns, right? So multiple columns in the sense you have to give multiple arrays in a list, multiple lists in a list. So here what I am giving 1, 2, 3, 4, comma 4, 5, 6, 7, comma 6, 7, 8, 9, comma 10, 11, 12, 13. So here I would like to have 4 columns. So in each column, the first column values are 1, 6, 4 and 10. In the second column, the values are, 1, 2, the second column values are 4, 5, 6, 7. The third column values are 6, 7, 8, 9. The fourth column, like this. So let's see how a data frame is created. So I'm writing it as df is equal to pd dot D capital F capital data frame of list and call that df. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4 has become first row, 4, 5, 6, 7 has become second row, 6, 7, 8, 9 has become third row, and 10, 11, 13, 13 has become fourth row. So defaultly some kind of indexes to rows as well as some kind of indexes to columns have been allocated, right? Now I want to give my own names to these indexes. So for that what I do is I'll just take another argument which is index is equal to a comma b comma c comma d. So these are the indexes for the rows. And I want to give column names also. So for that what I do, I give another argument, columns is equal to A, comma, B, comma, C and D. So these capital A, capital D, capital C, capital D are column names. Oops. You are not supposed to give it here, guys. I'm sorry. You have to give that in your function. All right. Now just execute this. So if you see, A, B, C, D are column names and A, B, C, D are row index names. Now, how do we grab rows and columns from this? Yes, yes, Vaishnavi. Right. Now, how I grab my rows as well as columns? In arrays, we can grab rows with some sort of index numbers, right? In arrays, we have seen right, indexing and slicing. So in that, if we just put df of 0, first row will be grabbed. Let's see what comes if we do like this, df of 0. So it says key error. So key error means 0 is not present as a index name for the rows. Okay, so we don't have 0, 1, 2, 3. We have A, B, C, D, right? What if I give small a? It says name A is, you have to give it in a quotation, guys. Even now, you'll get an error. It says key error. Why? Because this will be performed on columns. df of A. So for arrays, if you grab like this, all the row, if you put in this format, all the rows will be grabbed. But for data frames, if you give in this way, it means you are grabbing the columns. So here we don't have any column name with which is noted as small a. Now if suppose I take as A, your first column has been grabbed. If I suppose I take as B, your B column is grabbed. In the same way, if you want to grab 2 or more columns, so in the same way like we did for series, in another list, pass the column names which you want to grab. So I want to grab A, comma, D. Let's suppose. If you just execute that, then A and D are grabbed. So this is how you can grab columns in the data frame. Now, how can I grab rows? How can I grab rows? There are two ways. What is that way? You can use a function called df dot location, LOC. LOC is nothing but location of the row number, of the row index label. So if suppose I put it as A, B, C, D. If suppose I put it as D, you got the D row 10, 11, 13, 13. So 10, 11, 13, 13. This is the column name that is associated to each value. This is one way. And the other way is you can use index location. So df dot iloc of, if you want to grab the first row, you can grab with the index number as 0. If you want the second row, you can grab it with 1. If you want the rows from 3 to 1 to all, then you can just say df dot iloc of each 2, right? But I want to grab the rows 4, 5, 6, 7 and 6, 7, 8, 9. How can you do it? You can either write in a list C comma D using lock function, or we have used slicing and indexing for arrays, right? So we have used this, right? Array of rows comma columns. In the same way, you can put the index numbers in the iloc. So now I want to grab 7, 8, 9, 11, 13, 13. So what is the number that I have to specify over here? Can someone tell me? 2, 3. Will that be possible, Divya? Df dot iloc of 2, 3. So 2, 3 is nothing but 9. I want 7, 8, 9 and 11, 13, 13. So Vaishnavi has given me, that is 2 is to comma 1 is to 2 is to comma 1 is to. Why it is? Let's see. So my 7, 8, 9 are in third row. So that's the reason I'm taking second as my index. 2 is to means all the rows. 2 is to means all the rows after 2, and 1 is to means columns after first index. Columns after first index. So 2 is to is nothing but 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 11, 13, 13. So in these rows, I want to consider only from the first index. So first index is nothing but 7. So 7, 8, 9 and 11, 13, 13. Okay. Yeah, you can also take it as 2 is to 4, Divya. So this is how you can grab the elements in the data frame. So this is what about series and pandas indexing and creation of data frame. All right. And I'll also show you the other way of creating the data frame. All right. So how can you create this? df1 is equal to pd dot data frame of np dot arrange of 20 comma 36 dot reshape of 4 comma 4 comma index is equal to, you can give any index, a comma b comma c comma d comma columns is equal to a comma b comma c comma d. Not ARRNG, it's ARANGE. Now if you see this df1, you can see a data frame is created. All right. You can also make use of dictionaries to create data frames. And the other one is, instead of you writing a whole list over here, you can directly say A space B space C space D dot split. Here also capital A space capital B space capital C space capital D dot split. So this notation and this notation is same. The reason is split function will create a list of elements by splitting it in the area where it has space. Yes or no? So if you just see here, you can say that a list is formed. So this is what the list that I have used in the before statement. Have you seen this? So you can also write a list like this, but as I am lazy, I'll use this because instead of I putting a bracket, double quotations, comma, something else like that, I just directly take it as a string with some spaces and I split it. All right. And Vaishnavi, the difference between series and data frame is series is one dimensional, like you can only have one column. Data frame, you can have number of columns. While defining the data frame itself, I told data frame is a collection of bunch of series together. All right. So this is the indexing and slicing of pandas. Right. Understood till here, or do you have any doubts?